Okay, let's see time. Excellent. Okay, welcome everyone. Good morning. And thank you for joining on this Tuesday yoga class. Yeah, let's begin to arrive here together. So just taking a deep breath in and sigh your breath out. And again, taking another deep breath in and sigh your breath out. And the last time, the deepest breath you can take, filling your belly and your lungs. And open your mouth, sigh it out. And if you haven't done so by now, you can soften your gaze or close your eyes. Doing this helps you to go inwards. And just notice your sit bone connected to earth. Maybe notice your navel and move that towards your spine. And as you move that navel towards your spine, maybe noticing that feeling of being supported, being held, being acknowledged. And then lengthening your vertebra gently one after the next. Soften your shoulder blades down your spine. Soften your shoulders. And then maybe reaching the crown of your head towards the sky. But also notice that deep connection to earth. And then just beginning to notice your breath this morning, how it's flowing, the pace, maybe the depth. And noticing your breath from just noticing, without judgment, without a perspective, a like or a dislike. And then this morning we're doing some Nadi Shodhana, some mental Nadi Shodhana. So that's alternate nostril or side breathing. So on the inhale, we're going to breathe up the left side of our body through the left nostril. And then on your exhale, you're going to breathe down the right side of your body, out your right nostril. And then you're going to breathe in up the right nostril and the right side. And then you're going to breathe down the left side and the left nostril. And then again, inhale up the left side. And exhale down the right. And so forth, inhaling up the right side. And now breathing in your rhythm, breathing at your pace. This breathing technique balances out our bodies, our emotional, our energetic, our physical. Also brings calmness to our nervous system. And even 1 or 2 minutes of breathing this way can reset the systems. The next time you breathe down the right side, you can release this way of breathing. And just noticing the effects again, just being the witness. And then connecting your palms together, bringing your thumbs to your heart space. Just feeling into your heart this morning and Maybe you want to also try something different this morning, connecting deeper, bringing your left palm actually onto your chest, and then covering your left hand with your right hand. So really deeply connecting into our heart space, the center of love. So just feeling there this morning. Maybe you set an intention, maybe just to slow down, to be more present, to breathe, or maybe to share love with everyone you connect with today. Whatever it is. When you're ready, bringing your hands to your knees. And this morning just beginning to sway from left to right, feeling into how the body's feeling, maybe moving the shoulders. Maybe you want to lift your knees a little bit as well and feel how your sit bone is feeling as it sways from left to right. Just finding some freedom in your movement. Good, and then coming to stillness, noticing sensations. Inhale to lengthen here. And then exhale, hinging forward from your hips. On your inhale, tuck your chin, roll the spine up. And on your exhale, hinge from the hips, diving forward. And then again, inhale, tuck that chin, round up with the breath. And exhale, hinging. Now finding your rhythm, moving with your breath, connecting to the rhythm of your body, the rhythm of your breath. The next time you dive down into a forward fold, bring your hands in front of you. Just relaxing in this forward fold a little bit. Soften your shoulders, soften your neck, feeling into your lower back maybe, your hips, your buttocks, and sending the breath there. Just finding a bit of stillness for a moment. Then with your next breath in, inhale, coming back up to center. And then sighing your breath out. Letting go, surrendering. Good, and then bringing your knees into your chest, hugging them in, giving them a little squeeze. And maybe finding a hover here, so lift the feet off the floor, finding an activation in the core, drawing your knees and your chest together. And then if you feel that connection between thighs and deep lying core muscles, you can release your hands forward for Lola Asana. If you want to support yourself here, just gently draw your knees to your chest and just honoring where you are and loving yourself right here. So connecting for a few more breaths. These muscles are the ones that carry us as we age through this life. So the more we keep them awake and connected, the easier it will be to grow older. So inhale, straighten your legs for Navasana. And here you can have your shins parallel to the roof. You can drop your toes to the floor to ease into it. Or if you're feeling nice and strong, which I'm not, then you can reach your toes to the sky. Taking a few more breaths here, that's beautiful. Being gentle with yourself in this experience. Now crossing your opposite leg in front, whichever one was in the back last time, hugging your legs back in, giving them a squeeze. And then maybe dropping your forehead to your knees for a little floating child's pose. Good, and then gently bringing your feet back to the ground, finding yourself in easy pose. Then inhale to lengthen. And then exhale as we begin body rotations. On the inhale, you hold your knees round your back, tuck your chin. And on your exhale, you're diving forward. And again, yeah, finding your rhythm, finding your motion, feeling into the body and how it feels this morning. And then we change direction. And then beginning to make these circles smaller as you come back up to center. Take a deep breath in here. And again, sigh the breath out. Just releasing, letting go. Then we're doing another variation of movement in the spine. Lengthen with the breath in. And then on your exhale, tuck your chin and roll your spine down. And then on the inhale, hinging up with a straight back. And then exhale, tuck the chin, roll the spine down. Inhale, lengthen, coming up with a hinge and a straight back. And then finding your rhythm again with your breath. Moving with your motion, with your flow. Going inwards, connecting. And again, the next time you exhale in the forward fold, staying there for a few breaths, bring your hands in front of you, finding them as far forward as you can. Soften your shoulders here. And just breathing into any stiffness, honoring yourself where you are, holding yourself. If there's any loud parts of the body screaming at you, just notice it, breathe. And importantly, let it go. Inhale, coming up to center. And sighing your breath out. Letting go, surrendering. And then gently making your way onto your knees for tabletop. You can do that any way that feels good to you. As you find your tabletop this morning, bring your fingers nice and wide, your palms under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And then tucking the toes to begin here. Tuck the toes behind you. On the exhale, drop your bum to the heels. On your inhale, you're pushing your hips to the side and bringing your shoulders over your wrists. And then again, exhale, drops that bum to the heels. Inhale, brings the shoulders in front. And then making a circular motion with the body here. Again, you can move in a way that feels good to you, that supports you on your journey this morning, this evening, this afternoon, today. Noticing each rotation and changing direction. And then completing one more circle, coming to stillness, untucking your toes this morning. And then we do a little bit of cat and cow. So on the inhale, you lift your tailbone and your chin, dropping your belly to the ground. Soften your shoulders, let your shoulder blades slide back down your ears. We're just feeling into this cow pose for a moment before we flow. So just notice your tailbone, spread your sit bone as much as you can. Relaxing those shoulders, lifting the chin, just taking one or two more breaths here. And then with your exhale, next exhale, pushing through the mat, round your upper back, tuck your chin to your chest. And draw that tailbone in as well. So you're really pushing that mat away from you for cat pose. Finding space in that upper back, drawing that navel to the spine. Taking a few more breaths here. And then we flow with the breath. Inhale to cow, moving with your breath. And exhale to cat. And then finding your rhythm as you breathe. Your inhale takes you to a cow and your exhale takes you to cat. Feeling into all the muscles along your spine. Feeling into each vertebra. Sending life force into our bodies. Next time you come to a cow pose with the tailbone and the chin lifted, you stay here again for a moment. And then bringing your chin to neutral, keep that tailbone up. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, back center. And exhale, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, back center. Exhale, look over the left. Inhale, back center. Exhale over the right. Inhale, back center. One more time. Exhale over the left. Inhale, back center. Exhale over the right. Inhale, back center. Then bringing your spine to neutral. Tuck your toes and walk your hands towards your knees. You're going to try and sit your bum on your heels if you need to support yourself here. Sitting on a block or a cushion or a blanket. This is going to help you. Otherwise, bringing the buttocks to the heels, lengthening through your spine. And then just notice the bottom of your feet. Notice your toes, your plantar tendons, your Achilles maybe, and just breathing there, sending life into the space, holding yourself, whatever you experience here. It can be quite tight sometimes because we tend to neglect these muscles. And then slowly bringing your hands back to the mat, coming to tabletop, lifting your feet, and you can just squeeze your toes towards your soles. This will release it, or you can tap your toes a little bit, whatever works for you. Good, and then bringing the knees in alignment with the hips again. Inhale the left leg behind, finding a nice and strong straight line here. Notice your hips. If the left hip is a bit higher, drop it. Draw the navel to your spine. And then see if you can bring that right hand in front of you, lengthening through the body, bringing the crown of the head to the front, pushing through the heel of the back foot, drawing that navel inwards. Taking a few more breaths here. Good, and then drop the right hand to the mat. Keep your left leg up, and then bend the sole to the roof. And then almost like your sole is standing on the floor. Inhale, lift the sole up as high as you can. Exhale, drop back to neutral. Inhale, lift that sole up. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, drop it down. And inhale, lift it up. Exhale, drop it down. And then straightening that left leg again. Keeping it here. And then we've got one more set on here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose around your back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose, rounding the back. Inhale, lengthen, tucking the chin as well. Exhale, rounding the back, tuck the chin, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Last time, inhale, lengthen. And this time, exhale, step that left foot through to your hands. Good, and then bringing the weight into that front foot for low crescent, seeing if you can keep the fingers or the hands on the mat, lift the chin and chest. Just feeling into the stretch here. Maybe you feel it in the right groin. Taking a few more breaths in the slow crescent. Then inhale, lengthen here. And with your exhale, pushing back, straightening that front leg, coming to a half a split. So if your hands aren't touching the floor, you can use blocks either side. It's important to keep your front leg as straight as possible. You can have your toes to the floor, you can have your toes to the sky, whatever feels best for you. And almost like you pulling the heel backwards, you'll feel the nice stretch in the back of the leg. Then inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, bring your head to your knee as much as you can. Breathing here a few breaths. And then we flow again with the breath. Inhale, low crescent. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low crescent. Exhale, half split. Moving with your breath again. Finding your rhythm. Connecting inwards. And just feeling how the body feels this morning. Next time you come to the low crescent, staying here. And then inhale, lifting your chest up, bringing your hands into the air. Reaching here. Lengthening. And exhale, brings your hands down to your heart space. Inhale, lengthen here. And exhale, see if you can bring your right elbow to your left knee, doing a little twist here. Looking up at that left elbow, finding your balance. Breathing. And exhale, looks down. Inhale, sweeps the arms back up, straightening the body. And exhale, hands to the mat. That left knee meets your right knee. Swing that hip. And tuck your toes behind you. Lift your tailbone, bring your elbows together. Exhale, bring your chin and chest to the mat. Inhale onto your belly, rising for cobra. And then exhale into extended child's pose. So tuck your toes, drop your bum to your heels, and lengthen through the fingers. You can drop your forehead to the mat, or you can also rest it on a block or a pillow. And then inhale, coming up to tabletop and sighing your breath out. And this time, keep the toes untucked and walk your hands towards your knees, sitting on your heels. Again, you can use a block here. That's going to ease the tightness in the knees and the quadriceps. Otherwise, if you're happy and the body's happy, you're just sitting on your heels, lengthening with the breath in and sighing the breath out. If you want more here, if you want a little bit of a deeper stretch, you can join me. Walk your hands backwards. Draw your navel in and then lift the knees off the floor. And this is just stretching the top of the feet. Breathing here. Slowly bringing your knees back down to the mat. Walk the hands to center. And then coming back to tabletop. We're moving to the right leg, so inhale, right leg behind. Finding a nice, strong, straight line. Draw your navel in. Check the hips are level, feeling into that. And then when you're ready, lifting that left arm forward. Finding length here, finding balance, breathing. Drop your left hand back to the mat, keeping that right leg up and straight, keeping those hips level. And then bending the knee, pointing the sole of the foot to the roof. And then inhale, lift it up as high as you can. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 3 more, inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Last time, inhale, up. And exhale, down. Good, straightening that leg now behind you. Then inhale to lengthen. And exhale, knee to nose, round your back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose, round the back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose, round the back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose, round the back. Last time, inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, stepping that foot through, coming to low crescent. So again, you want to bring the weight forward into that knee, into that ankle as much as you can. So lift the heart up, lift the chin up. If the hands need blocks, you can support yourself. My other block is supporting my camera. Lengthening here, taking a few breaths. Then inhale to lengthen here. And exhale, bringing the weight into that back knee, straightening your front leg. Coming onto that heel. You can bring your toes down as well if you want. Keeping that leg as straight as you can. Again, remembering you can come up and hold blocks or books. Inhale here, lengthen. Exhale, bring your head to the knee. Feeling into the stretch. Also remembering to draw your heel backwards. That will also intensify this activation. Maybe notice your hips as well, keeping them straight. And then we flow with the breath on the inhale to low crescent, coming forward. Exhale, pushing back for half split. Inhale, low crescent. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low crescent. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low crescent. Exhale, half split. And then inhale, low crescent, staying here. Sighing your breath out. With an inhale, coming up, reaching your arms up to the sky, lengthening here, finding some balance. Lengthen here with the breath in. And exhale, brings your hands to your heart. And again, lengthening here. With your exhale, twisting over, keeping that left elbow connected to the right knee. Looking up at the right elbow, keeping balance here. Doing good. Inhale, coming up to center. And exhale, hands down to the mat. This right knee meets the left knee, swing that hip open, tuck your toes. Lift your tailbone, tuck your elbows in. Exhale, drop your chin and chest to the mat, Ashtanga Asana. Onto the belly, inhale for Cobra. Lovely, exhale, extended child's pose. Tuck the toes behind, drop the bum to your heels. Lengthen through the arms and exhale, drop your head to the mat. And then just taking a few breaths here in this extended child's pose. Feeling into the motion, to the movement. into the body. And then inhale, lifting your head up and making your way into a sitting position again, any way that works for you. Rolling over the ankles, bringing the feet to the sides. It's not time yet, buddy. You're too early. That's Labrador. Go in your belly, please, buddy. Alright, hands to heart. We'll just ignore him. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, releasing your vertebra one at a time down to the mat. Trying to keep the legs where they are, trying to keep tight in the core. And then finding a little Shavasana moment on your mat, bringing your feet into your mat and your hands by your sides. Come, go in your belly, buddy. Come. And then keeping the feet about a hip distance apart and keeping the heels quite close to your buttocks. Okay, that's a good boy, you lie there. And then we're doing bridge pose. So inhale to push up your glutes, driving your feet into the mat and your shoulders, lifting up through the hips, squeezing the inner thighs together. And if you just move your weight into the inside of your soles, that will happen automatically. And then you can lift the hips up a little higher, breathing here, a few breaths. And then exhale, coming back down. And then we're doing a flow like this for a few breaths. So inhale, pushing up through the feet. And exhale, rolling down your vertebra. One at a time. And then again, inhale, pushing up through the feet, lifting the pelvis. And exhale, rolling down the vertebra one at a time. Let's do two more. Inhale, pushing up through the feet. Indian bridge. Exhale to roll down. And last time, inhale, push up through the feet. And exhale to roll down. We're going up one more time. Inhale, pushing up. And then just staying here for a few more breaths. This time, if you want to bring your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers, you can do that. And then just finding a bit more height and openness in the chest. Squeezing those knees together. Breathing. And release the hands and gently release the vertebra one at a time to your mat. Maybe rounding that lumbar spine, the middle of your back, into your mat. Maybe tilting the tailbone onto your mat. And then hugging your knees in, giving yourself a big hug, and rocking from left to right. And coming to stillness, and then keeping each knee in each hand, making circles with your knees. But using your hip flexors and core muscles to move your legs. And the hands are simply just on the knees for connection, for direction. And changing direction. And then coming to stillness, keeping your toes together, and then making circles by opening your knees and closing them as you draw them away and towards your chest. Again, using the muscles in your abductor area, your intercostal core muscles, and just using the hands for comfort. And changing direction. And completing one more circle, bringing the knees back to your chest, hug them in. On an inhale, reach your legs to the sky, making an L shape. And then draw the legs towards your face for restorative L shape, trying to use again the muscles in the body and not the hands, but if you need to use your hands a bit, you can. And just breathing here, maybe there's a bit of tremor. This is just releasing stories, tension. So letting go with love, not rejecting. Bring your legs back to center, to neutral. Inhale, lift your head up towards your knees. Find your calves or your ankles. Draw the head to the knees, knees to the head. And relax your head and shoulders down, hands to your sides. Releasing your left leg to the mat. And then releasing your right one. Taking a deep breath in. And sigh your breath out. Coming to Shavasana. We made it to our final asana. We're just taking a short little rest here, doing nothing, just breathing, long inhales, long exhales. And then taking a deep breath in again. And sigh your breath out. So you gently begin to move your toes and your fingers. And maybe also your ankles and your wrists. Good, and then with another deep breath in, reaching overhead, giving your body a big stretch. Lengthening, tightening, maybe holding your breath at the top. And when you're ready, exhale, release, sigh it out. Let it go. And then when we letting go today, during our practice, during the day, we do so from acceptance and love and not from rejection. So also acknowledging what it is that you're letting go. And then bring your knees to your chest, hug them in, roll over to the right side. And gently coming up, using minimal effort, coming back to seated. Love, love, love. Bringing your hands to your heart space again. You can feel how you want to connect, either palms together or hand on heart. And just hold yourself here. Imagining floating in a love liquid. That could be taken the wrong way. Just honoring yourself for coming and joining us for yoga today. Taking time to be present, taking time to move. I say thank you and namaste. All right. Well done, buddy. Yeah. Oh yes, and don't forget, if you did make it to the end and you want to join us live, leave a comment and I'll send you the meet link. Au revoir.